Hi, I am so excited that you are joining me here for this online Intro to Essential Oils class. So, before we dive in, I just want to give you a little bit of background on who I am and why I choose these oils and why I choose to share them too with all of you. So, if we haven't met yet, I'm Kayla Monson. I am a doTERRA Diamond, and I've been using doTERRA in my home for almost 7 years. Um, and to be honest, initially I was a little bit of a skeptic. I wasn't sure that oils could really do what I was being told they could do. But I decided to give them a try because I was really, really impressed with the quality that doTERRA brings to the table. And they just smelled different than any other oil I had ever utilized, tried, that kind of thing. And I was actually pregnant at the time. I was looking for a way to reduce toxins in my home, to have more green cleaning options that wouldn't harm myself or my baby when they began to crawl and were, licking the floor and the things that kids do. And I really wanted more options that I knew were safe. I also was very anxious about having my first child and wanting to protect her and wanting to feel healthy myself for her, both physically and emotionally. And I had tried things that had helped, but I really hadn't found something that really did it for me, that really empowered me in that way. And so doTERRA kind of checked a lot of the boxes for me, and I decided I would try it out. And at first, I was slow to use them. And then once I started using them, I started seeing so many amazing changes. Many of them I'm going to share with you today, but my immune system has never been stronger. Even with kids in my home, I now my oldest daughter is 6 and my youngest is 3. We have used oils on them since birth. I've used doTERRA oils during both of my pregnancies, and they have been invaluable tools within my home to keep us healthy, to help me feel empowered as a mother, to keep my mental sanity in check a little bit more as well. And I really cannot wait to share them with you. I jumped into sharing them because I just figured if I could help one person feel better, if I could help one person relieve some stress, one person use something natural to get rid of their tension, one person to sleep better throughout the night, to get sick less, my job would be done. And I keep finding more and more people that need these solutions in their home and that see amazing results. And it's just become one of the biggest passions of mine. So I am super excited to share with you today. And I'm going to go ahead and share a PowerPoint with you because I'm personally a visual learner. I know a lot of people are more auditory. And so I like to have something I can see and helps me understand better. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen because I have a really great PowerPoint that I want to share with you that I think is going to be super, super helpful. So let's dive in and get started. I don't plan on taking a ton of your time today. I know we are all super busy, and I just want to go over the basics that I feel like are important to know about doTERRA, about essential oils, and what they do, and why you might want to bring them into your home and how. So today, the goal is really to empower you. I'm going to teach you 3 cool things about oils, 3 really awesome, amazing things that really drew me to oils, and I think you will love as well. I'm going to show you 3 ways to use doTERRA oils and how some of the top oils can be utilized in your home. And I'm going to show you how to get oils into your home at the best price and with education and support and guidance. So definitely keep watching for all of that goodness. So let's dive in. Let's talk about some of my favorite things first. And that is these 3 things about essential oils. So the first one is that they are safe. You can be guaranteed that everything in a doTERRA bottle is pure. There's nothing added, there's nothing taken away. It is nature at its finest. There's no side effects and there's no addiction potential, right? So that is why a lot of people seek out natural solutions, because they're sick of taking something that has a 3-page list of horrendous side effects, and they are sick of being addicted to things. And so they want to support the core cause of what might be, making their body act in a certain way. And so what's great about essential oils is they really are tools that we can hand our body to help our bodies do what they need to do, what they should do, what they were made to do. So they are extracts from plants with amazing health benefits. They come from the leaves, they come from the bark, they come from the roots. And the way that they help the plant, they help with things like cross-pollination. They help with things like protecting from bugs. They really keep the plant alive. And because our bodies recognize plant compounds, we're able to put them to work. So it's really amazing how they work in conjunction with our bodies. They are 50 to 70 times more powerful than herbs. So these are power-packed little bottles. And that's why a little bit, like one drop, goes a long way, and why this will last you a super long time. Now, I want to talk about something called certified pure therapeutic grade. And what a lot of people will say is that this is a marketing term. And really, this is what doTERRA is saying. This is our standard. This is what you can expect from us every single time when you buy a bottle of oil, because the essential oil industry is not regulated, not one little bit. And so really what happens is people can put whatever they want in these bottles. They can tell you it's tested and that it's pure and that it has nothing added, even though sometimes you can see on the back that it does. You can smell that it does, that it has that alcohol scent. And I'm sure if you've smelled a lot of essential oils, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But really, there's no regulation. There's nothing to say that what is in here is pure. So what doTERRA does is they make a bunch of guarantees. They want you to know what you are getting in your body, in your bottle, and they want to be completely transparent with you. So they actually have a website called sourcetoyou.com. Your oil bottles come with a lot number on the bottom that you plug in there, and you can see the verified third-party test. So these are tests done by a lab that we have contracted with. That is one of the best labs in the nation. Very, very well-trained chemists that overlook our oils. And we don't sell them if they don't pass the test. doTERRA is very, very amazing in that way. They want to give you the best oil that they possibly can. And so it's actually the test from your bottle, not from a bottle 3 months ago, not from a random one that they have on their shelf that you don't have in your home. It is from your bottle. Not only that, they run over 50 tests on every single sample of oil, every single one. That is more testing than any other essential oil company does. And for me, if I'm going to be using these on my babies and my home, and if the idea is to keep less toxins out of my body, I want to know that the testing was done to guarantee that the only thing in this bottle is that pure plant extract. The other thing that they do that is unique to doTERRA, you won't find this with any other company, is they do a model called CoImpact Sourcing. It is one of the most expensive ways to get oils, but it does a couple of things. It enables us to get the best plant material out there. They scour the entire world to find where these plants grow in their native environment. They're not forced to grow. They're not being grown in someone's backyard or on the side of the highway where there's a bunch of chemical emissions. They are being grown in these rural, beautiful areas where the plant thrives. And we partner with the farmers that already know the land. We pay them a living wage. We don't take their land from them. We want to work with them. They know these plants. Many of these farmers have been farming them for generations. It's just been passed between family member to family member. So they know how these plants work, when the best time is to harvest them. And so when we go and find a plant, we make sure that it has a chemical composition that is consistent. that is one that will support our body and do what it's supposed to do. Because there's a difference between having a pure oil where nothing else is added and a difference between having an effective oil. And they want both of those to come together. They want to make sure that you have both in this bottle. The other great thing is that when you purchase a bottle of oil, you are helping a family literally around the world. We are in over 40 countries at this point. And our oils are also 98% exclusive, meaning that you are not going to find the same oil from the same place at any other company. doTERRA oils are truly unique. And so I want you to understand that you're getting something different with these. And these are huge reasons. I did my research, I dug in, I looked at other companies, and no one matched the testing they were doing, and no one had this CoImpact sourcing model that is just, for me, really close to my heart and something that I really believe in. So you can always Google CoImpact sourcing to find out more about how that works. But let's move right along. I'm also going to talk about some different popular oils during this time, and I want you to understand how you can use them. So let's talk about peppermint. We're all familiar with what peppermint is, right? It is a super versatile essential oil. It is extremely energizing. When I am having those days where I'm having trouble chasing the kids down, I'm getting my peppermint out. I'm smelling it. I am letting it into my body to wake me up so that I can keep up with them. It also naturally cools the body. So if you're feeling warm to the touch, if you're feeling hot, it can naturally cool down your body, which is amazing to have a natural way to do that. It's also my number one oil for head tension, just some on the forehead and the temples. It actually can open up those veins so that that tension can, just melt away and you can go about your day. It's also great for clear breathing. It's great for digestion and digestive support and those kinds of things. Most mint oils are. So it's just an all-around really great oil that does a ton. Also, ants don't like it. So if you have a big ant problem in your home and you want to use something that is not chemically filled, you can put some peppermint in some water, spritz it where the ants are, put some cotton balls with peppermint on it to deter them. So let's move right along to essential oils are effective. And what I mean by that is, if you are a medical professional, this will sound extremely elementary, but just go with me here. We all have cells in our body, right? We're made up of tons of cells. And what's really great about essential oils is they are one of the only things that can actually penetrate the cell membrane, get into the cell, and help on a cellular level. So to stop threats from replicating, to help that cell be healthy, to help it do what it's supposed to do. And so what's crazy is that there's not a lot on the market that actually can penetrate that cell membrane, but essential oils have that capability because of their small molecular size and because of how they work well in conjunction with the body. So they're actually able to support you on that cellular level. And one oil blend that you'll see here called On Guard, this is our protective blend that we use a lot in this way because it's all for immune support and immune function. So it can help get in those cells and on the outside of the cells and stop those threats from replicating that can maybe lead to you having more sick days, right? So On Guard is our number one immune support blend. And when you see a blend, basically it is a blend of different oils that all support with the same thing, but they work really well synergistically together. So all of the oils in On Guard, like clove and rosemary and cinnamon and wild orange and eucalyptus, work really, really well together to support your body's immune system. They also soothe an irritated throat. You can gargle with some, you can put it on the outside of your throat. It has that numbing effect, so it's really, really effective. And it's incredibly cleansing. We diffuse On Guard in our home to get rid of unwanted germs and things like that. We clean with it. I can use that as a natural toy cleaner for my children that doesn't have chemicals in it, right? And lastly, let's move on here. Essential oils are affordable. Now, I have people that come to me all the time and say, those seem expensive. But I think that's because when you look at a bottle like this, you think, oh, I'm going to use the whole thing at once. No, They are pennies per drop. This bottle right here, this 15 ml bottle, has 250 drops in it. When you are only using maybe a drop or two per application, that's 250 applications. So even using daily, it's going to take you a while to go through this bottle. And really, when you look at how much they cost and then divide it, it's pennies per drop. So I like people to understand when you use oils, you're using a tiny little bit at one time over time consistently. You're not using 20 drops at a time. You're not using half the bottle. They really go a long way. The other thing why people turn to oils is that they're more affordable than traditional medical care. And I don't know about you guys, but in where I'm at, it takes a long time to get into a doctor. A long time. And especially if you want to see a specialist or anything like that, you're going to be waiting for a long time. And so the more that I can do to keep my body feeling good and healthy at home, the better off I am, really. Now, will I use Western medicine if I need it? Absolutely. And I am 100% supporter of Western medicine when it is needed. I'm so glad to have that, but I don't want to rely on it for everything. I want to keep my body as healthy as possible, my kids as healthy as possible, because it takes all day to go to the doctor, right? So you get the appointment, you go wait in the waiting room forever, then you go wait in the room forever. And then if you have to get a prescription, you have to wait for that. Not only that, if you have really high deductibles or anything like that, or you pay a lot for your insurance, it's costing you a lot of money, right? So we have actually saved so much money not needing to go to the doctor, right? Will we go if we need to? Absolutely, but we rarely need to go. And so we can really save a lot of time and money and sanity, right? When you're sick, your to-do list just kind of goes out the window. You might have to call in sick to work. If your kid's sick, you might have to stay home with them. These are all things that really, really affect us. So let's talk about lavender. Everyone knows lavender, right? It is all things calming. It's calming to the skin. So if you have any sort of skin irritations or itchiness, it's incredibly soothing to the skin. It's calming to the mind. So anxious feelings, or if you're having trouble falling asleep, or if your kid is throwing a tantrum, lavender can literally be your best friend for just calming down their entire system, helping them feel ready for bed, helping them feel less angry and things like that. It's also a natural antihistamine. Its properties are incredible. So it can actually help with seasonal discomforts and things like that that might come up. It is so versatile, and it's actually my number one oil for my kids because it's extremely gentle and it works for so many things. When my children were babies, we would even use it for tummy discomfort, put it right on the tummy diluted, and they would get so much relief from it. So that was the longest part. These parts will move a lot more quicker, I promise, but I really want to make sure that you have this foundational information. So aromatic, there's 3 different types of ways to use essential oils. Aromatic is the first one, and this is simply using a diffuser. You'll see one pictured here. Super easy to use. You fill to the line with water. You add 4 to 6 drops of essential oil, maybe a little bit more if it's a bigger diffuser or if it's a really light smell. And what this can do is this can help with mood support. It can help with cleansing the air. It can help your respiratory system. It can help, having it next to your bed for a more restful sleep, a calmer sleep, things like that. You can also, to use aromatically, just simply take the top off your bottle and breathe it in. Aromatically is the fastest way to make a change in your body, especially your mood, because what happens is it travels up into your nasal cavity, which is connected to your limbic system, which often controls your mood. So it's actually one of the fastest ways to make a difference in your body is just simply smelling them. And it really is that easy. So what I hope you walk away from this class from today is that please do not make this hard. Yes, there are ways to use oils safely, but it doesn't need to be hard. It can be easy to implement these routines. It can be easy to utilize these oils in your home. So the next way that we use oils is topically, and that just simply means putting on your skin. Now, when you put on your skin, you always want to dilute. And what we mean by dilute is you add a vegetable-based oil. I use doTERRA's fractionated coconut oil. I like that it absorbs quickly. I like that it is scentless. My grocery store has fractionated coconut oil in the cooking aisle. You'll find a lot of carrier oils are in the cooking aisle. Avocado oil, you could use olive oil. It's just pretty greasy. There's also more skin oils like jojoba oil, grapeseed, rosehip. These are not essential oils. These are carrier oils. So they're more of a vegetable-based oil. And they are really just for diluting down your oils because you don't need them at full strength. And this also makes them last a ton longer. So applying topically on the body is for localized benefits. So if you're feeling discomfort in your shoulder, you might want to apply oils on your shoulder. If your stomach is upset, you might want to apply oils on your stomach. If you want overall support of the systems in your body, you can simply apply to the bottom of your feet or your spine just to get it in the bloodstream. Using topically is my number one way to use oils, and it is extremely effective. And it's great because everything you put on your skin absorbs into your bloodstream. So something to just remember about life, what you're putting on your skin is going into your bloodstream. So think about what deserves to be there, okay? Now, the last way that you can use doTERRA oils is internally. And again, I'm mentioning over and over again, this is how I use doTERRA oils. And the reason why I say that is because there's a lot of really, really shady oils on the market that really shouldn't go on your skin because they're toxic, or really can't go in the diffuser because, I mean, they can, but they're just spreading additional additives, whether they have added different chemicals or cut it with, distilled it incorrectly or diluted it in some way. Oftentimes, like I said, it's not just pure plant material in this bottle. For doTERRA, it is, and we know that it is because of the extensive testing that they do, and they show it to you. And you don't get that with a lot of other companies, other places, and I guarantee you're going to smell the difference in this bottle. So again, I'm only going to talk about this in terms of doTERRA oils because I don't know the quality of other oils, and oftentimes it is not up to par with where doTERRA is. I can tell you that doTERRA is the leading essential oil company in the world for a reason. And the biggest reason is because of their quality and purity that is unmatched and that doesn't change. And that's why our medical partnerships stand, and our oils are heavily researched scientifically because they're consistent in what they do and in their purity. So that's really important. So when you're taking oils internally, the biggest thing to remember is that you're going to use a little bit at a time, 1 or 2 drops, right? That's all you need because they're very, very potent. So you can add a drop or 2 to your water. You can get these veggie caps here on the screen. They're just little gelatin like caps that you break open, add a drop or 2 of oil, close it and take it like a pill. You can also put certain oils underneath your tongue, just a drop or 2. It absorbs really quickly there. And so this is just a really good way to have something happen quicker in your body, to make it a little bit more potent for your body, especially if you're trying to fight something off or you're dealing with a really acute issue. Also to help just your body detox a little bit and to help get in touch with all of the organs that maybe need some support. So it can be another really beneficial way to utilize your oils. Now, let's go over some of the top oils real quick. I'm just going to share my top ways that I use these particular oils in my home. So lemon, I like to call this all things cleansing. It's cleansing to your home and it's cleansing to your body. We clean a lot with lemon. It's also very uplifting to the mood. It's great for energy and focus. And it, like I said, it cleanses the body. It's just a nice, gentle detox for your body, for your organs, to remove some of those petrochemicals, which we can be as healthy as we want, but we still come into contact with chemicals every day. Things that we touch, stuff that's in the air, it's kind of unavoidable. So it's really nice to have something that can just gently cleanse those out of your system. Frankincense. Oh goodness. If you follow me on social media, you know how much I talk about frankincense. It is one of the go-to oils. If it is 3 o'clock in the morning and you have something going on and you don't know what to use, you will never ever go wrong with frankincense because it's that versatile. It really does everything. It's extremely calming and grounding. It is so, so good for the mood. So good if you're feeling incredibly down or having some dark feelings or maybe just a little on edge. Frankincense is so good at just um, helping balance your mood a little bit more. It's also anti-aging, so I love it in my moisturizer and anything that I'm going to put on my skin, especially my face, to just help with reducing wrinkles and sunspots and age spots and things like that. And it's one of the number one oils for cellular support. So what that means is helping your cells perform optimally, helping your cells get rid of the bad cells, keep the good cells, and keep them multiplying. When your cells feel good, when they're doing what they should, your body feels good. The other thing that I love about frankincense is that it's really, really good for discomfort. If you're somebody that experiences a lot of discomfort in your body, a drop of frankincense under the tongue every day can be so massive in supporting your body. Digestin. This is our digestive blend. It's also called Zengest in other countries. Same oil, just different names because digestin was obviously taken in a few other countries. But this is all things digestive, whether it's motion sickness, car sicknesses, nausea. So great when you're pregnant. If you're somebody that has morning sickness like I did for 9 months. It really helps take the edge off. It's really good for tummy aches, any sort of bloating or just anything tummy related. You can add some to your water, just dilute and put on your tummy. We love this for our kids. If my kids have a tummy ache, the first thing they ask for is oils on their tummy. And this is one of our go-to blends that we utilize. Deep Blue. Deep Blue is another blend. It's our soothing blend. So it's for all things tension and discomfort. So whether that's cramps, or maybe you slept on your neck wrong, or you worked out too hard, or you have just really achy muscles and joints, or maybe you have some head tension, Deep Blue is going to be your best friend. It is so, so powerful and it works almost right away. It has this like icy hot feeling that brings circulation to the area and really soothes that discomfort. Breathe. This is also called Easy Air or Air in a few of our other countries. And this is our respiratory blend. This blend is amazing for the lungs, for the sinuses, for soothing those areas, for promoting clear breathing, whether it's from something in the air outside or something that your body doesn't agree with seasonally, or, if you're just having any trouble breathing for any reason, this is going to help soothe that area, soothe the airways. It's amazing on your chest. It just feels cooling and it just really helps open you up. The other thing I want to remind you is that these oils are safe for the entire family. You do not need a different one for your child or anything like that. They're safe for the entire family. You just dilute more for little people than you do for adults. So these are often these oils that I'm using for myself. I'm also using for my children as well. Wild orange is another citrus oil that I like to bring up because what's really cool about this oil is that it is both invigorating, great for energy, focus, uplifting your mood, but it's also extremely calming. And so if you find that for you or your child that lavender just doesn't quite do the trick, I want to encourage you to utilize wild orange because it can actually be added to sleep blends to help with restful sleep. It can be really good for anxious feelings and just calming the body down. It kind of just does whatever your body needs it to do. Essential oils are what we like to call adaptogenic, and that means that they adapt to what your body needs. They don't force a change or things like that. So this is a really interesting blend because I see it work that way. If I need to feel uplifted and energized, it does that for me. If I need to use it at night to calm down and get ready for restful sleep, it does that. So I want you to think about What are your top health concerns? What are the things that you would want to use oils for? And hopefully you have been thinking about that this entire presentation. And obviously I didn't highlight all of the oils. There's a lot more. But the good news is they all do a lot of different things. So when you have a handful of them in your home, you can cover 90% of what comes up. But I want you to think about, why would you want to bring oils into your home? What could they do for you? And maybe jot some of those things down. And lastly, I just want to mention this other product that you may not be familiar with. You know, when I first started with doTERRA, I thought, oh, they are only oils. Like, they're an oil company, right? Their number one selling product is these supplements, the Lifelong Vitality Pack supplements. They are basically the foundation to life. They have made so many changes in my mental state and in my physical state. I could write a book. And if I could only have one doTERRA item for the rest of my life, it would be these. Like, I just can't go without them because they've made such a massive difference in my health. And you can see down here, that's just some of the things that it does. And I really highly recommend these as the foundational support, because we're not getting what we need from our average diet. Our food is not as nutrient dense as it used to be. And the great thing about these supplements is that they are all whole food bioavailable sources. These are not made in a lab. They're not synthetic vitamins and minerals. They are from things that you recognize, like kale and spinach and blueberries and whatnot. They are sourced from the best, most natural sources so that your body recognizes them and uses them. And they're also broken down appropriately so that your body can actually digest them. They're not one of those mega vitamins where your body's like, I can't break this down. So if you are struggling with brain fog, if you struggle with energy, if you have mood difficulties, if you maybe your immune system just isn't quite where you want it to be, this is where I would definitely incorporate these into your everyday routine. And the great part is they have a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you use them, they don't work for you, you can send the empty bottles back and get your money back, no questions asked. Let me tell you that they are hardly ever returned. That's how amazing they are. So what I want to go over with you real quick, because I want you to understand there's different ways to purchase oils, and I want you to save the most. There really is no reason for you to overspend on essential oils from doTERRA. And the reason for that is that we have a retail option, but it's the most expensive. This is typically what you would pay if you went to a spa or a chiropractor or somebody that was just selling them off of their shelf. I never recommend retail. And the reason for this is that you're paying 25% more than you need to, and you're not getting connected in the same way. So the second option is wholesale. And this is kind of like having a Costco membership or Sam's Club, where you can shop below wholesale, so 25% off whenever you want. You're not in a contract. You don't have to order monthly. You don't ever have to order again. Kind of like Costco. If you don't go in there and you don't spend anything, nothing happens. The only thing that's different with Costco is Costco will automatically bill you after that year for your membership. doTERRA won't. doTERRA, it's only if you're going in and buying product. So there's no monthly fees, nothing like that. And I'm going to show you how you can get started. But the third option is below wholesale, is what we like to call it. So these are things like our starter kits. Our starter kits are actually priced below wholesale to give you the best deal. And that's why most people decide to start with a handful of products, is because A, they want to have enough to be able to do things around their home, and B, they want to save the most. And starter kits are bundled below wholesale. The other cool thing is once you have your doTERRA shopping account, you have the option to purchase below wholesale with our loyalty rewards program, because you earn a percentage back on what you buy in points towards free product. And so that's always an optional program. You don't have to be part of it, but you can if you decide to. Plus there's other discounts that they offer every month. There's different promotions that they run that you would have access to, plus a ton more that I'm going to tell you about right now. So if you get started with myself, what you are going to get is so much more than oils, okay? I'm gonna send you a welcome package with some free gifts, and you can always message me or email me at kaylamonson@live.com, and you'll see that at the end to get more information on what I'm offering. But you are also going to get personal support from me. I am going to guide you in your oil usage. So when you get started with someone in doTERRA, they are your oil guide. And so you want to pick wisely, and you want to be intentional with who you pick, because they're going to be the one to educate you. So if you have somebody that's introduced you to oils, go back to them and ask them, what kind of education do you have for me? Make sure that you are going to be supported, because there is a little bit of a learning curve with oils. You want to have somebody to ask questions to, and you want to make sure that you are getting education. So we have an education group when you are part of our community, where you get weekly continuing education classes, you get ebooks, you get recipes, you get a place to ask questions from a bunch of different oil users any time of the day. You also get a whole video archive. We also have a private website that you can go on and go through different modules on different topics to learn more. Basically, we give you all of the resources you would ever need at your fingertips so that you always know how to use your oils. We also do fun giveaways, and we like to have fun and get to know each other as well. But you'll always have that ongoing support. So that is one of my favorite things about what I do, is actually that continuing education piece, and making sure that if somebody trusts me on their oil journey and brings oils into their home, I'm going to make sure they know how to use them, and I'm going to be accessible to them every step of the way. So let's dive in real quick to a few of the starter kits. Now, the starter kits I'm going to show you right now are specific to the US market, but my team is from everywhere. And because of the internet, I can actually help people get started no matter where they live. So if you live elsewhere, please connect with me after this, and I can show you the kits for your area, because even when you get started with me, you'll get all of my education, you'll get all of my perks, but the product itself will come from your local warehouse in your currency. So you don't pay more when you enroll with somebody outside of your market, nothing like that. Really, that person is just connected to you for that support and education. That is their role. So if you are in the US, these are the kits that we currently have. And I just want to point out to you what they are so that you have an idea of what starter kits look like. So this is one of my most popular ones. It has the Brevi diffuser. It actually runs for 10 hours. It's just a little small compact diffuser. And then you get the 5 ml bottles of oils. So this is what I love to suggest for people that just kind of want to dip their toes in. They're not ready to go fully in, but they want to have oils at their fingertips to really be able to utilize them in all aspects of their home and with their entire family, to see what they can do. So it gives you these smaller bottles. They still have about 80 drops in each bottle. So you're still getting a ton of oil. And a lot of these are ones that I went through today. It's going to give you a really good idea of what they can do. And I give you a lot of recipes for these as well. The next is the Healthy Habits Kit. This is really for somebody that wants to overhaul their health. So it includes the vitamins that I talked about, also our other 2 most popular supplements, some of our most popular oils for stress reduction, for immune support, and things like that, so that you can really have a daily routine of oils and supplements to help you feel your best. And we have a whole daily routine we can share based on these as well. Then this is probably my most popular kit, because you're getting these bigger 15 ml bottles of oil. So you're getting 3 times the amount of oil in this kit. And so you're getting a lot more bang for your buck pretty much. And it also has a lot more options for immune support. It has our newer adaptive blend, which is my number one when it comes to anxious feelings and stress and mood in general. This blend will be a game changer. It is amazing, and tons of research that backs up the oils that they used in it for mood support. You're also going to get a bigger diffuser. This is our petal diffuser, and it's gorgeous, and it just fits with any decor. So that's our Healthy Essentials Kit. Then if you wanted to go a little bit bigger, we have 2 additional options. We have the Healthy Home Kit, which is really gives you a lot of the oils I talked about in the bigger 15 ml size. and our On Guard line and shampoo and conditioner. So for somebody that really wants to cut toxins in a multitude of different ways, this will give you that. And then lastly, our largest kit is our natural solutions kit. It gives you a little bit of everything. You get a lot of other oils, you get a different diffuser, you get our On Guard line, you get shampoo and conditioner, and just a lot more stuff. So somebody that really wants to save the most and get the most products for their money, you also get the vitamins in this as well. That's a really good place to start. Now, if you are on a budget or you want something you can customize a little bit more, this is our smallest kit. This is a simple solutions kit, and it has pretty much some of our most popular oils in it, larger sizes, 15 mLs. And you can either start with just these, or you can add things on at wholesale. Any of our kits, you can add things on at wholesale. You can't switch stuff out, but you can add on to them. So this is where a lot of people will start if they are on a budget and they want to start the smallest, or if they want to add on to it, something that maybe the other kits don't have, or maybe they already have some of those oils and things like that. Now, what I want to mention is the reason why starter kits are also such a good deal is not only are they priced below wholesale, but you get a free doTERRA account to shop from as a customer. So you get a free customer account that gives you 25% off. Now, if you looked at the kits and you were like, none of those really meet my needs, the other option is to start with an account. You pay for the account. It's $35 here in the US. Again, it's free with any of the kits. And then you can choose whatever you want to start with at wholesale, right? So you can add whatever you'd like onto that. So that's also an option that we can talk about. So definitely email me here or message me for info on getting started. You can find me over on Instagram at My Well Oiled Life, and we can chat. I can show you what my current promotions are, what I'm offering, and I can show you all of the kits, all of the details as far as pricing. I didn't put them up here because sometimes they change and they're different depending on what country you're in as well. So if you are not in the US and you want to know what my kits are in your region, just let me know as well. Because again, I have people all over the world that I support, and the internet makes it easy to do that, thankfully. So the other thing that I want to talk about just real quick is if you really enjoyed this class and you have friends and family that you are thinking of during this class, thinking, you know, they would really love these oils. I would love to have them hear about them. You can get together with me and host a class, whether it's online or if you're local to me, we can do it in person. And you can actually earn some free goodies from me for doing so as well. And then lastly, if you are interested in hearing more about the opportunity, I just want to let you know about this real quick. There are 3 types of people that buy doTERRA oils. The first are our customers. This is about 85% of those that buy doTERRA oils are customers. They just love their oils. They want to use them for personal use. We absolutely love our customers. And then we have a second group here who like to share and get their products paid for. And a third group, like myself, who really want to make an impact, really want to share as much as they can, and want to build an income as well, and give back to their family and their community and that kind of thing. So what's really amazing is that when you are part of doTERRA, you can upgrade anytime to become what's called a wellness advocate, where you can qualify to make commissions. So why would you do that? Why would that be something you'd want to think about? So doTERRA is the largest essential oil company in the world. We are the most tested, most trusted in the market. We're used by doctors and hospitals. We're ethically and sustainably sourced. We have 120 plus markets open, and we open new markets every year. Our compensation plan is one of the best in the industry. It really values us and giving back to those of us that are out there sharing. And we have a really high retention rate. It's about 65% of customers that actually reorder, whereas the industry standard is probably around 15%, I want to say. It's really low. And we're a privately owned company. We're debt-free, no outside funding, and we have an incredible ownership team with the biggest hearts. So, I mean, in a nutshell, those are reasons why I chose doTERRA and why people choose to work with them. And the other great part is that you can get your oils in your home, use them, start learning about them, start learning about the company, and then decide if this path is right for you. Within our community, there's never any pressure to do the business side. The only reason why I let you know about it is because I have been so blessed by this opportunity that I have to tell people about it. It just wouldn't be fair if I didn't, because there's people out there that are looking for the same thing that I was. I was happy in my job, but I felt like I could do more. I'm a licensed therapist, and I loved working for myself. I was working for the county prior, and now I've more than replaced my income. Is it hard work? Absolutely. And is it based on individual effort? Absolutely. But anybody can do this. And I mean that. Anybody can do this. So questions you might have: how much money do I make? How much time is involved? Could this work for me? And what is the next step? So just briefly, I'm going to go through those things. So how do you make money? You teach people about essential oils. You help them have an oil experience, whether that is you're teaching them online, you're teaching them in person, you're meeting at a play date, you're having coffee with a friend. We teach, we empower people, we help people see what these oils can do. And then we help them bring oils into their home when they are ready, and we continue to support them and give them that great customer service. Now, the income potential is massive. These are 100% real numbers. There's a lot of people that have been at these ranks for a long time. So obviously when you start at a certain rank, you start lower. And again, I want to say that these are based on individual effort, and it takes work. So if you are willing to put in the work, if you want to help people and you have that desire, you can do all of these things. And I guarantee that anybody can do this if they put in the work and effort, if they want to do it, right? You have to want to, your heart has to be there. But the income potential is pretty much limitless and endless, and you can go wherever you want with it. So how much time is involved? If you're just wanting to get your oils paid for, about 3 to 5 hours a week, depending on how intentional you are with your time. If you want to supplement your income, maybe 5 to 15 hours a week. If you want to replace your income, 15 to 30 hours a week. Again, dependent on how intentional you are with your time. And as long as you're doing the things that we talked about, you really can create something amazing and meet the best people in the process too. So could this work for you? Are you passionate about oils and natural ways of living? Do you love people? You actually have to like people. It's true. Because you're going to be talking to them, you're going to be supporting them, you're going to be serving them. I show up to serve people. I show up to help them feel better. And so you have to like people in order to do that. Can you follow a system and get things done? Yes, there is a system. Yes, there is training, so that you're not just left wondering, what do I do? What do I say? How can I be successful at this? So what's the next step? If you have a wholesale account, you need to upgrade. The only requirement for making commissions is that you do have to spend $100 roughly a month. Can be things that you resell. It can be things that, for me, it's stuff I'm personally using in my home. I would order that much anyways, because I've replaced so much that I used to buy elsewhere with a Doterra product that not only works better for me, but I know is more natural and I know where it came from, right? So if you don't yet have an account, you'd want to choose a kit and get set up. It's that easy. And then when you join with my community, I have a whole business training that I created that even has PDFs that you can go through and videos that are part of this that really guide you from start to beyond. And we also have mentoring calls. I do private mentoring calls with those that I'm working with. And we also have group mentoring calls as well. Just like our customer education, our business education is also top notch. I pour so much into my community because I want to give back to those that have trusted me, that want to work with me, and really just want to be there for them and to help them reach whatever their goals are and give them the resources to do so. So if that is you and you are thinking about the business opportunity, please reach out if you're not yet enrolled. And if you maybe don't feel pulled to that right now or at all, that's okay too. That's why we have the customer option, so that our customers can enjoy oils just like we have and make a difference in their physical and mental health and feel good. So please email me at kaylamonson.com. Wait, kaylamonson@live.com, or message me over on Instagram at My Well Oiled Life if you are looking to get started, you would like more information on getting started, and I would be happy to help answer those questions for you. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope this showed you just some of the insight of why you might want to use essential oils and what some of the top oils do and can do within your home.